Tonight, in this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinox television, some opposition party candidates in Cameroon have so far rejected the campaign funding put at their disposal, but Cameroon's Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, has said that the law in force has to be respected, especially the electoral laws in the country. Was speaking in a press briefing in Yaoundé. That was this afternoon. We tell you more in this edition of the news. Also ahead, villagers in Bajoke, that is a locality in Boya subdivision of the southwest region of Cameroon, have launched a call for the release of their traditional ruler that was kidnapped on the 16th of September 2018. We take you to Bojonko Court area, that is a locality that has been hit by insecurity in the past few days. Local inhabitants will be telling us about the rising insecurity in that part of the southwest region of Cameroon. Also ahead, apart from healthcare or poor healthcare facilities in the area of Mbanga-Pongo Douala-Free subdivision of the littoral region of Cameroon, the area has equally been plagued with bad roads for several decades now. We see how the untarred nature of the road has been impacting the economy in that part of the littoral region. Those are headlines. We shall be right back with the details. Stay with us. Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you so much for joining us in this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinox television. Let's begin right in the Douala-Free subdivision in the littoral region of Cameroon, where accessing Mbanga-Pongo in Douala-Free is a veritable nightmare, especially to commuters. The lake roads hamper activities of the entire population, and they are calling on the government of Cameroon to intervene. Innocent Aze tells us more in the following report.
Every road stretch in Mbanga-Pongo has large water bodies whenever it rains, making accessibility cumbersome. A swimming pool to bikes and vehicles, but a death trap to pedestrians.
Je tombe dans l'eau, je marche dans l'eau, la boue, etc. On ne vit pas bien.
Students of government's bilingual secondary school, as well as pupils of government's primary school Mbanga-Pongo, are prime users of this road stretch.
I live in Kachibaminda. When rain fall, I wear boat. When there have no rain, I wear normal shoes. The road is very scattered. When you take a bag, you know it's difficult to reach here.
Comme je suis déjà ancienne ici, je connais déjà les routes où il n'y a pas l'eau.
School staff are not free of this crisis, which is time-consuming, costly, and penalizes them.
To reach my school here every day is not really easy, because one needs to, first of all, take a bike from Tradex to here, and the reaching on the way, we find potholes with water. So you need to go down from the bike at times, you trek, and while going ahead, the bikes come from behind, and then you climb again. And even at times, you even go down from the bike, you have to jump inside the water, move inside the water before climbing your bike again. It can take you for 15 minutes, even an hour, to reach here.
To avoid being penalized, they are compelled to wake up early and begin the journey to school.
In order to reach early, you need to leave the house even at 6, so that at least you make an hour on the way, an hour 30 minutes, so that you can reach to school early. But the day you don't actually find a bike early, you are forced to be late to school.
Inhabitants fuming at the deplorable state of roads in the locality plead on competent authorities to intervene.
Nous demandons encore au gouvernement de regarder un peu au niveau de Mbanga-Pongo.
They expect development in Mbanga-Pongo, beginning with the provision of drainage channels and tarring of roads, such that people can get home flexibly on time, need, and spend less.
Innocent Aze, they're reporting now. Contractors in charge of low-cost houses in the far north region of Cameroon have been given 3 months to complete the project. The information was made public by the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, who visited that part of Cameroon. That was recently. Details with Sumanjik and Gabriel.
Cameroon's government was supposed to receive the low-cost houses in Garoua Tuesday, September 18th. Unfortunately, the visit of Housing and Urban Development boss Jean-Claude Buencho to the site recently wasn't impressive, as the execution rate of the project remains at 58.22%. Housing and Urban Development Minister, after listening to the different reasons for the delay, gave December 18, 2018 as the new deadline for the project to be delivered. From there, Jean-Claude Buencho moved to the Rumdaja neighborhood, where inhabitants saw their houses recently demolished. A green space that has been envisaged in the zone is still to see the light of day. The minister also had time to visit some major stretch of roads under construction in the town of Gadwa, expected to host a group of the 2019 African Cup of Nations that Cameroon will be hosting. Before leaving Gadwa, Minister Jean-Claude Buencho had an evaluation meeting at the governor's office, which he called on contractors to respect the deadline given to them by the country.
Birth certificates are indispensable, but you wouldn't believe that thousands of children in some parts of the central region of Cameroon are without the document as we speak. In the Nyong and Kili division, to be more specific, it should be noted that children as old as 5 years are still to own a birth certificate, a situation that was denounced by the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and the Family, who was speaking on the sidelines of the African Child's Day. Let's have the details with our reporter Franklin Moabe in the following story.
Birth certificate is the most important document in the life of a child, as it gives them access to education, health, and other social facilities in society. But in some localities like the Nyong and Kili division of the Central Region, children of above 5 years old are without birth certificates. It is because of this that the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and the Family came to facilitate the acquisition and to provide birth certificates to thousands of children in the division, but blames parents for negligence.
I think we just saw that we have children of all ages, infants and adolescents, who did not have a legal existence because of lack of birth certificate. The reason is negligence, pure negligence by the parents. And even in the statistics given, some birth certificates have been established and are abandoned, have not been withdrawn by the parents. So it is the negligence by the parents. And we are calling upon each parent to be more responsible, to have a birth certificate established as soon as possible after birth. It is free. It does not cost anything.
The move of the acquisition of birth certificates unfolded alongside with the 28th edition of the celebration of the Day of the African Child. The event, which is not happening for the first time in Cameroon, made a clear call for parents to be more responsible.
And some opposition political parties engaged in the presidential election in Cameroon come the 7th of October 2018 have so far rejected the public campaign funds given to them, saying that it is a slap on their face. They complain that 15 million francs CFA put at their disposal is insufficient to meet their expenses, especially during the campaign and the entire electoral period. After the semester meeting of regional governors that took place in the nation's capital, that was between the 10th to 11th of September 2018, the governor of the Central Region, Nasiri Paul Biya, is now mapping plans to guarantee a hitch-free presidential election in the country. He held a meeting with some senior divisional officers within his area of command that was yesterday. Details in the following story.
Regional governors are therefore called upon to take necessary measures to ensure that the environment is wholly secured for a hitch-free election.
On the 10th of September 2018, instructions were given by the Minister of Territorial Administration, and now is the execution phase. The governor of the Central Region is meeting with senior divisional officers in his area of command to strategize and implement an efficient security disposition during the electoral period. The context of the 7th of October 2018 presidential election is different from previous elections in Cameroon. The socio-political crisis and hate speech have been challenging vices for the government to contain. But Governor Nasiri Paul Biya has said that the senior divisional officers in all the 10 divisions making up the Central Region must get to work.
Nous avons associé les femmes pour nous donner l'information parce qu'ils auront besoin d'un certain nombre de choses. Il faut qu'on fixe les règles.
Days to the September 22nd campaign day, Opposition party candidates have rejected the 15 million franc CFA, which was first quarter of public campaign funds to be disbursed to the various political parties. They have said that the amount is insufficient to sponsor the campaign, which would run for 2 weeks before the presidential election on the 7th of October 2018. And as far as the campaign fee that is put in place by the government is concerned, the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, has maintained that government funding of the presidential campaign is going to strictly follow provisions of the law as stipulated in section 28.284-285 of the Electoral Code in Cameroon. Minister Paul Atanganji was speaking during a press briefing which took place in Yaoundé. That was this afternoon. The press briefing is coming after some actors or some opposition candidates taking part in the 7th of October presidential election have been complaining that the fee that has been put at their disposal is simply small. But it should be noted that the CPDM, SDF, Univer political parties have so far received their campaign of funding put in place by the government of Cameroon. And just to recall that the caution fee for the 2011 presidential election in Cameroon was put at 5 million francs CFA, but the election or the presidential campaign fee was 30,000 francs CFA. But this year, some opposition party leaders cannot understand why they have been given just 15,000 francs CFA as first phase of the funds put in place by the government of Cameroon. We are closely following up developments in Yaoundé. We, of course, will be telling you more of that in our subsequent newscast. On to something else. In the report that will be coming up, we take a look at some of the major actions taken or put in place by the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, since his appointment. That was in the month of March 2018. Measures and actions taken and later withdrawn or yet to be fully implemented. Babla Jonathan tells us more in the following story.
Companies are lamenting over the adverse effects of the Anglophone crisis on their activities in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. Economic activities in those regions have significantly dropped, and it will have a huge impact on the economic growth of Cameroon in 2018 and in the following years if the crisis is not resolved. Le Brasserie du Cameroun has been severely affected. The crisis is reducing the purchasing power of citizens. Branch offices of many companies in the crisis-stricken regions are functioning far below capacity. The consequences are estimated at close to 300 billion francs CFA, and the impacts of the socio-political and security crisis hitting the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon are far-reaching on the country's doing business atmosphere and climate. How to improve the doing business climate in Cameroon, which has stagnated for the past 10 years, is the main object of analysis in Professor Justin Chunkam's book on the doing business climate in Cameroon.
We certainly will be coming back to that report, taking a look at some of the measures and actions of the Minister of Territorial Administration since he was appointed on the 2nd of March 2018. And we should know that the Northwest Regional Delegate of Transport is said to have issued another communique, or a communique describing as fake and unfounded, a communique circulating on social media which animated debates across the national territory yesterday. The said communique dated the 18th of September compelled all those leaving the northwest region of Cameroon to state why they are leaving, where they are going to, and their various numbers. It should be noted that the communique was highly criticized by Cameroonians at home and abroad, and even by the Center for the Defense of Human Rights in Africa that is owned by Barrister Agbobala. On to something else. The chief of Bajoke in Bojongo, that is in Boya subdivision of the southwest region of Cameroon, is still missing 4 days after he was kidnapped by some yet to be identified individuals alongside the chairman of the traditional council. The mother, wife, relatives and subjects of the chief have called for his release, washing the chief's hands of all the allegations levied against him. The Bojongo court area, it should be noted, has been hit by several attacks lately. Davis Maimo was there. In the following report, is going to be telling us how the government high school in the area has been deserted for several months now. His report.
Tuesday, the 18th of September 2018. I'm standing right at Government High School, Bojongo, that was created in the early 90s. In fact, this school caused the economy of this area to boom. But with the purification of other schools within Limbe and environs, caused this school to collapse, dropping the economy of this area. That is the situation here in Bojongo. We are told that since the opening of 2018 and 2019 school year, not a single student has actually appeared in this school. Up to date as we speak, you can see for yourself the whole place is deserted. The recent information here in this area is the taking away of the chief of Bojoke, Chief Eko Lekini, and the chairman of his traditional council, Henderson Lekini, by still to identified men. In fact, since Sunday, the 16th of September 2018, the police, the gendarmes, and the military, they have been combing the entire area, searching for the two missing persons to no avail. We are equally informed by some sources that those who actually adopted the chief and the traditional chairman are demanding ransom. That story is still to be confirmed by Equinox television. Whatever the situation, the entire Bojongo Court area, including Wututu area, for some time now been witnessing serious terror as far as the Anglophone crisis is escalating towards this area, with gunshots almost on a daily basis. In fact, from Wututu to Bojongo to Mapanja, right down to Wosenge, Buana area, the people here are stricken panic. They are not finding it easy. Life is gradually getting difficult to the people of this area. And they are calling for the powers that be to intervene fast so as to remedy the situation.
But we are pleading that they should release our chief because he's a jovial man and a popular man. He does not look for trouble, he's jovial with everybody. So we are pleading that they should release him because he does not have money. He's just, they have just installed him like a newly installed chief, so he's not having money for now. We are pleading that they should release him immediately as they hear this message. We are crying, as you can see, the whole village is crying, is weeping. But we are praying that they will release both of them amicably without any problem.
Behind me is a palace of Bojoke village. It is in this palace that was the chief of Bojoke was taken by still identified gunmen. As we are told that they attacked the palace and they took away the chairman of the traditional council. They were taken to an unknown destination. The situation here at Bojoke is a very sad one, as the people are really grieved. They are all in tears, pleading for their chief to actually come back to the people.
Papa chief, where they take council na my Pekin. If Papa don't die, with me I be widow. Now he hold me for you. All thing I look naive. I know well naive. So some people they can't take here for Sunday. I don't know the people there. I don't know which side they carry go. They take with the uncle now. All them two they do work. The one we get that they give me. As they don't take them, so I don't know. So I beg any man where they keep it. Even at any two way they define and make they talk, make they bring me. I be widow. See, as I did since for Sunday, I never chop. Even the picking they be sick because they see how they tell their papa. So I did beg for say any man where they keep it. May bring her, may talk what way define her. Because I not see what way do. The play with all man for village, so things or die you to say, you be chief there, the may say less more because say, if I know the people, I will be too with who. So I did beg.
On Sunday, some people become for year. They take my husband. So from Sunday up till now, my master never come back for house. So I dey only beg. I don't know who they be. I don't know. They keep it for their custody. I dey only beg them. Say for the sake of my innocent children and myself. I face that I am an orphan. The man is all about me. Everything about me na the man. So I am empty without him. So I dey only beg them. Say I beg. I have 4 children. I don't feel raise these children by myself. I dey beg them. Say wherever they put me, may they release it.
On the 6th of August 2018, the palace of the chief of Wututu actually was attacked. And of course, after the palace was attacked, the chief of Wututu brother was seriously beaten by still identified men. And through a message was made known that they are looking for the chief, that he is an informant to the government. That is the story. And this, we're going to go to a machine so you get an excerpt of what the chief told us.
I am the chief of Wututu village, named by Elate John Netongo. Surprised of hearing that I am the one who called for forces. I know that my hands are clear, and even my population knows that I am always nice with them. If there's something, we do an arrangement. Because for the first, to declare here that I never knew even if any bad team of people was around the village.
1 month after, the chief of Ututu again was actually taken. That was last Sunday, of course, by city identified gunmen. And as we got information, thanks to the element of the Rapid Intervention Battalion, the B and the military that intervened that situation, we are told that he actually sustained injury, one of the leg, and he is at the military hospital. That's the chief of Ututu village there. That is the prevailing situation within the Bojongo court area. For over a month now, it has not been easy on the people of this area. From Ututu area, from Buana, from Bojoke, from Bojongo, from Wosonge to Mapanja, all this area, they are under serious gunshot almost on daily basis. And the people are pleading with the powers that be to do something fast to remedy the situation. Davis Minor, Equinox Television in Bojoke, Bojongo Court area, Southwest region.
Davis Maimo with that special package there from the Southwest region of Cameroon. That is the atmosphere in the Bojongo Court area. The question is, how is the atmosphere going to be, especially during the electoral period? They're bringing us to the end of this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinox Television. Viewers, so thank you so much for joining us. Wishing you a blessed stay in the company of our programs. Until we meet again, goodbye.